Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the words of the RAMBAM, HILCHOS, YESODEI, Torah, SEFER, HAMADAH. We are holding over here in the middle of Ois Zayin, number 7. And we're speaking about this concept of the limitations of the physical world. And he writes, V'ilaya yoytze guf ugevia. If you would say that our master, the Rabbi Shalom, has a body and a form and a shape, then he would have limitations. He would have an end to what he's able to accomplish. It's impossible to have a body that doesn't have a kates, that doesn't have some kind of end in sight. The body cannot exist and last forever, as we know. 100 years old, 120 years old is going to pass from this world and end up in the caver. And therefore you see that the body has limitations. Does HaKadosh Baruch Hu have a body? Chalila v'chas. To say such a thing, you're limiting Hashem. V'kol sheyesh lo kates v'tachlis. Anything that has a limit and an end, yesh l'koichai kates v'seif. His koyach, his intrinsic strength and power, also has some kind of an end and a limitation. Ve'elokeinu baruch shemai. But our God, blessed is He, hoyel v'koichai in lo kates. The Einai Pasak, HaKadosh Baruch Hu's power, His strength, His might, has no end, and it never ceases. How do we know that? Because we see the sphere of this world continuing to spin on its axis. How is the world continuing to move around? How is everything going the way that it does? How does the world run in the perfect symmetry? It's because there's a Rabbi Shalom and He's running the world. And you see that for thousands of years it's been going and running and continues to run full speed ahead. So therefore, ein koichai koicha guf. You have to understand that the power of HaKadosh Baruch Hu has nothing to do with the power of physicality of the body. V'hoyel ve'eino guf. Since that Hashem doesn't have a body, lo ye'eru ma'uros hagufais. The things that happen to the body do not happen to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Says the RAMBAM over here, this concept that once was saying that HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't have a body, so therefore all of the circumstances that are associated together with the bodies that make division and separation are not relevant to HaKadosh Baruch Hu at all. He is not a physical entity and a physical being. Bodies are separate. Hands are farther away than the legs. My eyes are not your eyes, and my nose is not your nose, and even my thoughts are not your thoughts. My neshama is not your neshama. We are separate and different from each other. There's a division, a natural division that takes place. Says the RAMBAM, since that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not physical of form and of nature, therefore, none of the physical limitations and boundaries exist to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Lefikach, therefore, it's impossible for us to have anything less than echad, than one God. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is one, and He cannot be anything less than one. He's not more. V'yedias davazeh mitzvahs aseh. And this knowledge that Hashem is one is a positive commandment. Shenemar, like it says in the Shema, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hashem, our God, Hashem is one. And that's the way that it works, says the RAMBAM. Yes, there's bodies and there's people in this world. There are entities, it's true, but not HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem is Echad. He's all one. His existence is one. He's not confounded or bound by anything else. He has no limitations. He's infinitely great and powerful, and nothing can hold Him back. And you have to remind yourself of that and keep this in our mind's eye. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu is one. We don't even understand what that means. We are two, we are three, we are four, we are billions in this world. We have all different ideas and thoughts and desires and pullings and drawings and biases and all different things. Hashem doesn't have that. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is only one and only one all the time. And once that we recognize that, we realize that, It solidifies our amunah ba'anechi Hashem Elokecha. HaKadosh Baruch Hu took us out of Mitzrayim, from the house of bondage, who created this world, who's running our lives, who's involved in our lives. He's echad, he's one. It's all unified by Hashem. And that's the great zchus that we have. We don't have a God that has limitations. We have a God that is limitless. Have a wonderful day.